welcome to my channel. My name is Metria Nikole, and I make cleaning and lifestyle videos. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and continue to watch. In today's video, I'm showing you guys a quick way that I am tidying up my bedroom. I already changed the sheets on a previous day, so I'm just making my bed. I am trying to be more conscious of making my bed so it doesn't give me a feeling to get right back in it from waking up. I am in the process of just trying to take a better care of myself, be the best version that I can be, and I'm going to the gym today and also trying to make a breakfast, and I'm gonna show you guys how I make our chicken wings for dinner. I didn't record a full routine at the gym as I'm just getting back started into working out. I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. I am easing my way back into it, and I felt like I wanted to kind of push myself a little bit more, so I did another 15 minutes on the treadmill, and I went up to just a 2 incline and maybe 2.0 speed. I felt good. I'm just trying to make sure I just take it slow and build myself up into a simple routine. So now I'm back home and I'm pretty hungry because it's kind of later in the day, and I'm going to go ahead and make me a fulfilling breakfast. So I start off with toasting the bread. I just use the pan. I don't have a toaster. I have the pre-cooked bacon, and I just heat that in the microwave. I ended up letting the bread stay on a little bit too long on the stove, so it's slightly burnt, but it's doable. And I'm gonna have some eggs along with this, and for my eggs I keep my seasoning with just salt and pepper only. I don't add anything additional. comes to condiments, I'm just adding some jelly to my toast, and I'm gonna add some salsa to my eggs. I don't add salsa all the time. It just depends on what mood I'm in. That's it for my breakfast, and this kept me full for a few hours for sure. And again, I'm just trying to work on better eating habits and getting myself into the habit of working out. Now we're moving into a dinner recipe. I'm showing you guys how I season my chicken. I use pretty much almost the same exact seasonings and method for pork chops as well. And I'm just using the paprika, hamburger seasoning, pepper, salt, garlic, and total seasoning, along with the Costco barbecue sauce. Oil of choice is just olive oil. I do want to try to transition into avocado oil. I've seen some people using that, and I want to give that a try next time. This chicken is from Costco. They're just chicken wings, and I just had them thawed out, and I'm going to rinse everything off prior to putting them in the bucket for seasoning. Anytime I season anything, especially a meat, I prefer to season in a bucket because I find that I'm pretty messy when I'm cleaning, and it just bothers me seeing all the seasoning on the countertop. I do have a habit of cleaning as I cook as well, so that's another habit that you can try to adapt as well. So we're getting started with the seasoning process. I'm just using my olive oil and just rubbing that into the chicken. A lot of the times I like wearing gloves when I'm messing around with meat. Here I'm just struggling trying to open up the seasoning. I forgot to get all that done prior to me putting the glove on, so I have one of my daughters come and help me twist off the tops to all the seasoning. I don't have any specific measurement when I season everything. I'm pretty decent when it comes to gauging on how much to use, how much not to use. One thing I definitely try to not overdo it is on the salt, because I had a previous habit where I was adding too much salt, so then our food tasted too salty. So I may overdo it with the other seasonings, but the one I definitely hold back on is the salt. Now this hamburger seasoning is amazing. Even though it says for hamburger, I've still put it on our pork chops and our chicken as well, and you definitely can't go wrong with adding too much garlic powder as well. like I'm adding a lot of barbecue sauce on prior to putting them in the air fryer. I feel like at the end I should have probably added more after they finish cooking. Now, anytime that I cook like our pork chops or our chicken or any meat in the air fryer, I do not add a liner because I like the juices to fall at the bottom of this pan. Now, if I cook anything else or even a hamburger, I don't use a liner, but if I cook anything else, I always do line the air fryers. So that's the unfortunate thing, because then I have to make sure I get it cleaned right away, pretty much that night of or the next day. But I just feel like I like that more crispier taste, because when you put the liner in, all the juices are captured in with your chicken, and I prefer that crispy taste instead. Alright, so these are ready to go into the air fryer. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in, get them both cooked at the same time. And with this air fryer, they do have pre-programmed settings for different things that you cook. The chicken setting for this actually is pretty good for the wings. I believe it's almost about 30 minutes for it's getting ready to show you, and once that time is up, I go ahead and take them out, and they're perfect. So it's at 400 and it's about 28 or so minutes, and I don't feel the need to have to cook them any longer. And again, I leave it in for the full 30 minutes. Usually halfway through they have a like a little timer that sets off that reminds you to shake up the basket, so I just make sure I do that. Now we're moving on to the red potatoes. I am putting everything in a glass bowl. Again, I just have a tendency to be very messy in the kitchen, so I just feel like seasoning everything in the bowl just helps keep things a little bit more neater for me. I guess you can call it OCD, I don't know. But I usually like pouring the oil at the bottom of the bowl, whatever I'm using, and then I add seasonings at the bottom, and I just cut mine into little 4 slices, little wedges, and that works for us. And I just added olive oil, and I added all those same seasonings that I used for the chicken. I can't remember if I used the paprika, but I added everything else, and I just baked these in the oven. Unfortunately, you're going to see in an upcoming clip, I ended up spilling the pan, and again, that's just me. I'm very clumsy at times, but I rectified it and moved on. And here's the part where the pan ended up toppling over. How, I don't know. It's just the story of my life where things just happen. I am a clumsy person, I admit it, but I was able to salvage what I need to salvage. Thankfully, the stove wasn't too hot. I think I had just turned it on, so I was able to pick up what I needed to pick up. And with this meal, we ended up adding some green beans as well. And while everything is cooking, I go ahead and just clean up the dishes, so there's not much left to do once we get done eating. And anytime that I cook with raw meat, I just like to clean everything up with Pine Sol. I clean out whatever item I use with the chicken. I clean out the bags, and I put that in a grocery bag and save it into the freezer for whenever it's the next trash day. So even though I cleaned out the sink with my pine saw, I am still gonna go ahead and just hand wash the dishes individually. Usually I'll go ahead and fill up the sink and wash them that way, but I decided not to because I just used that sink for the raw meat. And just to play it safe, I'm just going to use pine saw on the dishes as well and go from there. So I'm just giving the sink an extra love because I used because I use raw chicken. I just want to make sure the counter and the sink is extra clean and nothing's left behind. This part is always so fun for me. I just love the type of suds that Pine Saw gives with the soap. I love watching little ASMR videos like that as well. Alright guys, so the chicken is almost done. As you can see that it has this nice crisp taste, and like I said previously, I think after this finish I should have added a little bit more barbecue sauce, but other than that it turned out good. And we just paired this with the red potatoes and green beans. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.